Okay, now everyone, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Give me 1 second here. And let's see if it's actually working. I'm going to turn my mic on real quick because everyone, my power went out as soon as I went live. We had a possibility of some rain, and I'm hoping everybody can hear me. I'm hoping everything went through. I'm going to check a couple other places here real quick. And of course, as soon as I start, the power goes out. So that is kind of ticks me off. And now I'm checking some other stuff here, some other channels to see if I'm streaming live or not. So that's what I have to see here, because let me check this one out real quick. Well, according to this, it looks like I am. So I'm sorry about that, guys. As soon as my power went out, I lost everything. I had to go back up and make new streams. I had people in here, and it just pisses me off. Jack R, how you doing? And I don't know if one of many got back in and found me or not. One of many, let me know if you got back on, found my other stream that I had to set up. I had a bunch of people from X on here, and I lost it all. And you see that I lost my TV behind me, because as soon as I went live, the power flickered, my internet went down. Of course, it takes forever for that to go back up. But Jack R005, thank you for tuning in. What I go over in the morning here, and welcome to the show, guys. But what I do in the mornings is I go over what I'm going to do at 9 o'clock on my Conservative Viewpoint weeknight podcast at 9 p.m. Well, thanks, man. We're going to go over a lot of stuff today, and I usually don't show videos, but I am going to show 2 videos, and I allow about a half hour for this. And I tell you what, my light is brighter than it's supposed to be. There we go. Because I was wondering why my power went out so bad. Let's see if I can get this back on to where I usually am. And we'll see what happens when this comes up. All right. And that'll probably be a commercial or something, but this is what happened when my power goes out. Real fast like that, and it's over with. So, whoops. My speaker's on. I was not expecting that because it was not raining or anything like that. But anyways, I'll get to it. I allow a half hour in the morning just to get you guys up to speed on what I'm going to go over tonight. I don't get into any depth into it. We really get into depth at night. I do tons of videos. I've got a lot planned for today. Let me put my information up here. There's my information. Guys want to follow me, subscribe, send me a friend's request on Facebook, whatever it is, there it is. It's all there. I don't hide anything. So subscribe, like, share, whatever. But make sure you share my live streams to everybody, because November 5th is turning right around the corner. We've got to get the truth out to people. We got to wake people up to let them know what's going on in this country, and we've got to save our country. That's period. That's bound roundabout way it is. So we're going to get started here on some of the articles. And like I said, I'm going to give you guys a couple little sneak peeks of a couple videos as I'm going through this that I'm going to show tonight. But I kind of found these videos kind of important. So I'm going to let these 2 videos, and the rest of them, I've got like 15 videos. And I always try to be video proof, because I'm not going to have any liberals sit there saying that, hey, Vic, man, I got screwed up this morning. My power went out as soon as I went live on the first one. So, let's see. 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 Let's That's one of my friends from Wimpkin. If you guys aren't, but the first thing right there, wimpkin.com. If you don't have their app, great place to go. Great people in Wimpkin. We have a great time in chat. We go over a lot of different things. You guys don't want to miss it. So if you can, download the app, wimpkin.com /country conservative. That'll bring you to my site. But if you just go to wimpkin.com, on the main page, it shows all live feeds. And today's Wednesday, so we got, let me show you. And this is not our new ad, but I've got the other one here. Let me take my ad off real quick. But we got Wearable Chicks with a Cause on tonight, 7 p.m., right before my show, 7 to 9. They do a great show. You guys don't want to miss that. There's all kind of things. They do recipes. They talk about local politics and stuff like we do. And it's a show that you don't want to miss. So check it out tonight. And then stay for my show afterwards. All right, let's get into some of these articles that I'm going to talk about tonight. But do you guys realize that in the last month, Trump and Vance, they have held a combined 54 interviews compared to Kamala Harris's only 13. But they're not all true interviews either. She avoids questions at all costs. She lies on most of them. A few of them have been pre-recorded ones so they can edit everything. So they can edit the lies, but they don't even she doesn't even do a good enough job where they can edit it and not cut out lies and her word salads. So that's what's been going on with them. And just in the last month, Trump and them, they take off the top of their head. They don't need a teleprompter. I do. I use a teleprompter because I can't remember everything. And sometimes they'll use a teleprompter because there's no way they can remember everything. And Trump doesn't use the same speech at every rally like Kamala Harris. And I had a video on that. I probably still do if I go look for it somewhere. But this is the kind of stuff that we get into. I don't get I'm really up to speed on everything, you know, like I do it tonight. I sit there and I really focus on what we're going into, what we're going on in chat. I'm in short chat every night. Yes, Vic is the one that runs the Rebel Chicks with a Cause. She puts that on. She's on every night and mostly every morning. She gets on here. There's Cecil. Hey, Cecil, what's going on, man? Had little issues this morning. Chase had to save my video yesterday. Oh, I noticed that it wouldn't play. I saw that. I don't know what was going on with that. But we get great conversations. You guys won't want to miss it. But I don't get serious. This is a laid-back morning. We just get you guys caught up on what's going on tonight to get you guys to come in tonight. Join us. Get your voices heard because that's what we're about at the Conservative Viewpoint. We're about getting your voice out there because everybody's voice matters. Everybody's votes count. That's what we've got to do come November. So, all right, what's up next? Trump says he will end the Russia-Ukraine war as president-elect. I got a video on that. And the thing with Trump, when he says something, he means it. And we know this because he's already been president. And he's been proven factual. I don't give a shit what they say about him giving corporate tax breaks. Corporate tax breaks is a good thing because that relates back to us and getting lower, cheaper prices. Oh, yeah, it does. You saved, everyone had more money in their paycheck for one, and they can say, oh, no, we didn't. You most definitely did. Everyone did because he cut our taxes too. And that was what gave us more money in our paychecks. The pandemic screwed him a little bit because it was a Democrat pandemic, and he had to try to recover that. But when he left office, he left a 1.9% inflation rate. Unemployment was coming back up. It was like at 6.7 or 7.2, something like that, from 14 because of people had to be laid off because of what Fauci was telling Trump. So now we know that none of that should have happened because Fauci was lying, and it's already been proven that fact that it was. That the mask didn't work, the 6 feet separation didn't work, none of it. And this is why everybody had to be laid off because of Fauci's telling Trump what had to be done. So he did a great job for being lied to. All right. Now, this is one of the videos I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to show it again tonight because it's important. At a White House press briefing, and KJP is the worst liar out there. At least Jen Psaki, Peppermint Patty, was a great liar. She didn't have to look at a book to lie. She already knew what her lies were in the top of her head. But White House Psaki, or says, sorry, Dossie, questions her about the word threat. And it is incredibly dangerous. Okay? Now, I want you to listen to this, and I'm going to. It's only a minute long, and I want you to listen to this because this really irked me this morning. And I don't say irked at night, and I try to keep it family friendly here in the morning. So take a look at this. We'll talk about it as soon as we come back. Listen.
It's been only 2 days since somebody allegedly tried to kill Donald Trump again. And you're here at the podium in the White House briefing room calling him a threat. How many more assassination attempts on Donald Trump until the president and the vice president and you pick a different word to describe Trump other than threat?
Peter, if anything from this administration, I actually completely disagree with the premise of your question, the question that you're asking. It is also incredibly dangerous in the way that you're asking it. There are people law enforcement officers who died because of what happened at the Capitol. And they were there because the former president told them to go there. I mean, I don't know if that's not a threat in our democracy when it was one of the darkest days of our democracy, January 6th, one of the darkest days.
Right there were two lies. First lie. Cops died because of what happened on January 6th. Lie. They died of natural causes. Nothing from any injuries that they received from January 6th, which was a also plan of the Democrats. Proven fact. And Trump did not tell them to go up there and do anything like that. He said peacefully and patriotically. So this bitch lies constantly. And it pisses me off that she's sitting there something. And the rhetoric, okay. Now, that's another thing we're going to get into now. The rhetoric, jeez, I can't even talk this morning, that comes out of these Democrats' mouth is unbelievable. And I'm going to put my information back up here for anybody new coming to the show. Please follow me, like, subscribe, everything, all that stuff, whatever it is. Send me a friend's request on Facebook. I stream on Facebook, YouTube, X, Rumble, Wimpkin for sure. They are the number ones. That's the number one place that we stream to and we do everything at. And Vic said it, and that's why they started their podcast too, because of everything that's going on around here. They do a general conversation. They sit back, they're relaxed, and they just enjoy the conversations, and they get into stuff like this. And like I said, recipes and everything. So check out Rebel Chicks tonight, 7 p.m. on Wimpkin and X. You'll catch them on both things. And she put a new ad out, a new thumbnail, and I didn't get to download that today and put it out there, but I have their other ones, which is the same thing, same great girls, and you'll enjoy it. Glenn, hey Glenn, a debate with a teleprompter is cheating, period. The whole idea is to get the true view of a person. If one is using a teleprompter, then that person is a fraud, just making up what people want to hear, exposing a fraud. Well, I don't agree with that, Glenn, because I use one. I'm sure to hell not a fraud. It's because I can't remember everything that I want to say. And when I want to say it, I mark it down so I remember what to say. So I don't agree with you on that one because that's not true. You need help. People cannot remember, especially when you're talking for an hour and a half, like Trump and at a normal rally is. Sometimes you need help. And that's not even an issue, even for Kamala Harris, as long as she sticks to that. If she goes off record whatsoever, off the teleprompter, she screws up, and it's word salad. So, no. And right, Cecil, tax breaks are good for capitalism, bad for communism. That's exactly right. Hey, Daniel, what's going on, guys? So, all right. now we're going to get into, but this is what KJP does, and we're going to get into more of that tonight. But now we're going to start getting into the think tank, the Project 25. You guys heard of it, right? It is nothing more than a think tank. They've been using think tanks since the 70s. And this is where people are paid to come up with ideas for politicians for political use. Sometimes they take their thoughts for consideration and they use them. But they've all done it. They all do it. The think tank that's working for the Biden administration now is screwed up totally. And look what they've done to this country. They've used ideas from people, and they're made up of a lot of different places. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to get into. Tonight, we're going to get into that. I've got a video on that, too, explaining to you exactly the think tank and how it's used. This Project 25 has nothing to do with Trump. It's there all the time. Been there since the 70s. So when the Democrats sit there and blame Trump for Project 25 and the ideas these people come up with, they're scholars and all different kind of people that are involved in this think tank. And that is a fact. And they don't have to use them. It doesn't mean they're going to use them. It's ideas, people. These Democrats need to get off this fact because they use a think tank. Look what it's done for them. All right. This is what pushes the radicals' left's agenda, is these think tanks. Now you got MSNBC. Joy Reid blames MAGA Republicans for actual violence in the light of Trump assassination. On top of, New York Times reporter says Trump inspires political violence after second assassination attempt. Really? Okay. Now, this is the next video, and I showed this yesterday on the show. Let me find it here. And this is from our friends down under on Sky News. And they want to sit there and blame, show me the proof where anyone calls for violence on the right. Republicans, Trump, or anybody. Okay? But I'm going to prove to you, everybody on the left that has been calling for violence. Take a look at this.
Well, Kamala Harris wasn't even asked about her and the Democrats' inflammatory rhetoric in the lead up to the assassination attempt during that debate. Here's just a small sample of prominent Democrats, actors, singers, politicians, news anchors, inciting violence against Trump and Republicans in general.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And the lies and incitement has never stopped, not even after that first assassination attempt, not even after today's developments.
Now, you see what I'm talking about here? That is the fact right there. There's the proof right there. And Vic is right. Project 25 isn't a bad idea in a nutshell. Everyone using it, and it gets different people involved in coming up with stuff that they don't think of. And that's what happens. And that's what people need, because they get a different perspective. People that are actually on the streets that see what's going on, because these people sitting in those ivory towers in DC, they're not on the street. They don't have a clue of what we need. They're sheltered up there. All they're worried about is their money and their power. And that is what is dangerous. Hey, Tammy, good morning. But that is what the problem is with Washington, D.C. These people have lost their way. They have lost the perspective that they work for us. And they're taking it to a new extreme. And this is what has to be stopped. This is why we do the show, because we got to remind these people, you need to get grounded. And they need to stop the lobbying. People were going in there on a $175,000, $200,000 job, coming out multimillionaires because of the briberies that they're taking. And this is what's got. We are no better than Venezuela and the third world countries, no better than China. We got communism going on right now in our government. And if we do not win this election come November, that is what's going to happen. You're going to lose every right that we were allotted when we were born. So that's why we do these shows. And I don't care how small I am. I get the truth out to one person. I'm happy. But trying to get bigger and bigger. And of course, what do? The first night I go and I change, or first morning I go and change to 8 a.m. What the hell? Power went out. I had a lot of people on Twitter. Now I don't even see anybody on Twitter right now. And it's like, what the hell? Okay, let's keep going here. Eric Trump urges Megyn Kelly viewers to entertain the notion of second assassination attempt was an inside job. Well, guess what? I think the first one was too. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that. Like I said, I've got like 15 videos, and I'm just giving you a teaser with those two this morning because I usually don't do that. But I thought everything was going to go better. Yeah, I know. Vic. And I thought everything was going to go better this morning, and not my power wasn't going to go out because I was just outside loading stuff into my truck to take TVs to recycling this afternoon. And it was fine. It was cloudy. Thanks, Tammy. But this morning my power went out, so I was kind of screwed up and had to make a new stream. So that kind of threw me off, and I hate that. It's frustrating. And I know Tammy or Vic was frustrated the other day when they tried to go live for the first time. I was that way today, Vic. Oh, yeah. I was just getting ready to start. I was just started talking. And all of a sudden, this light right above me went really bright. And the only time it does that was the power goes out. I look down and everything's just buffering. And it's like, shit, I lost it all. Well, that sucks. All right, what's next here? We got suspected Trump assassin flagged by U.S. during return from Ukraine. But guess what? They didn't do a damn thing about it. This guy's been on, and I think I got it here. I've got a couple articles on him. I can only imagine. I know it's frustrating, Tammy, but I'm glad you tuned in today, and I'm glad you found me because I know that Brian Russ show is going on, but that don't matter. I've got different stuff to put out there, and I'm going to put it out there. Hopefully tomorrow it'll go better at 8 a.m., and we'll get more people back from Twitter because I had a bunch of people on Twitter, and I lost them all, so that's frustrating too. But we got alleged assassin's criminal record, which I talked about yesterday. But the foreign travel that he is doing raises question U.S. intel may be able to answer. Will we get it? No. I get butterflies right before hitting go live. I still do, Vic. And I don't think that changes because I'm sitting there worried about what I'm going to say and screwing up. But what I took it this way. I don't care if I screw up. I care if I don't get the right truth out. Boy, that pisses me off when I don't get the truth. So that's pretty much the only thing. I'm trying to think of. Oh, you're on both shows currently. Oh, geez. So I'm hoping that I don't screw up. But it is what it is. You know, I put out what I can put out, and if I accidentally put out some information, I will let you know. And I will apologize for it. But so far, nothing. Zero. No conspiracy theories here. All right, let's move on. A lot of these articles that you're hearing tonight, you'll hear them from Wendy Bell, Dan Bongino, Charlie Kirk, and all those guys out there. But I want to get some out to you guys first and then come tonight and enjoy it. And sometimes I add more stuff in. So anybody that can do it, join me tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time after the Rebel Chick show, and we'll get into some more. Sometimes she puts out some stuff that I put out, but that's okay. We're all good. That's what we're here for. Yes, you are, Vic. You guys are definitely loyal friends, and they stick with me on all the time. We go to Vic's show, we do my show, sometimes some other people's shows, but there's some other people's shows that you don't want to go on to, and I'm not going to mention them. They kind of pissed me off and said stuff that you guys don't want to hear, and I will never go back to them again. So, but there's some that are great. So check them out. Check us out, Rebel Chick and me, tonight, starting at 7 with their show, 7 to 9, and me 9 to 10. All right, what do we got? Authorities warned about the suspected Trump gunman in 2019, let alone 2022. Did nothing about it. Again, this is our government we're talking about. FBI and everybody, DOJ, DHS, all of them. Did nothing. Look what happens. So, do you think it was a planned deal? Could be. We'll never know, I don't think. Top Democrat angry over Biden-Harris administration stonewalling after Trump assassination attempt. They are hiding all the information about the first and the second assassination attempt. And this is Richard Blumenthal for the Democrats says that DHS is almost guaranteed derelict in their duties. Well, we've already impeached Alejandro Mayorkas once, and nothing else has happened. So, what else we're going over tonight? Kamala Harris is blaming abortion deaths in Georgia on Donald Trump. Well, because of good one, Daniel. He's blaming Trump on an abortion death. Well, which I am going to give to you guys right now. The woman that she's talking about had a what do you want to call it? A bad abortion. She had an abortion that went bad and went to the emergency room, and they couldn't save her. Had nothing to do with Trump. And I'm sick and tired of these people talking about Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade was taken away and put to the states. Now it's up to the states to decide what goes on. But there's not a woman or person alive that can't get medical care if you go to a hospital. I don't give a shit what they say. You're sick, you go to the hospital. If it is a medical necessity, you're not just going to go to the hospital and say, kill this baby, I'm pregnant. No. You're an idiot that screwed up. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in rape, incest, stuff like that. It should be allowed. I would not want to have a child, and this is my opinion, born on a rape. That would remind you every day. And some people are great that way, and they can do it. I couldn't do it myself. Everything is Trump's fault in their eyes. Most definitely, Tammy. They blame people constantly. And it's sickening. They blame Trump on the economy right now. And he gave them a 1.9% inflation rate when they took over, when they were installed. And what did they do? They inflated it up because of the overspending that the Democrats always do to like 10%. And they said, well, inflation's coming down. Well, prices are going up. And inflation is down to like 6% or something, or 6.7 or something like that. That's not down. When you get inflation down below the 1.9 where Trump gave it to you at, that's when you can brag that it's going down. But no, what do they want to do? What Kamala Harris wants to do? Oh, let's give $50,000 for her businesses. Let's give $25,000 for people to buy a house. Let's give illegal immigrants free money and free health care and free this and free schooling and free this. You can't do that and expect inflation to come down. If this happens and the Democrats cheat and take this and steal this election, the economy is going to crash. Guaranteed, mark it, flag it, whatever the hell you want to do, check it. Because if it happens, it will happen. We will see the worst depression ever since the Great Depression. Trust me. And that is from the best economists in the world. And sure to hell not DC economists. They suck. Exactly, Vic. Abortions should only be for medical reasons, not for the lazy that don't want to protect themselves during sex. End of discussion, period. All right. Now, they're all over this part. ABC responds to viral whistleblower affidavit that claims that Harris cheated during debate, received questions in advance. It's a fact. Period. No matter what you say, it's a fact. They're lying because you'll watch her in that debate, and she looked like she was actually a person that actually had a brain, and the hamster didn't fall off that wheel. Well, sorry to tell you, she's dumb as hell. Make her do a debate with no questions, and right off the top of her head, let her think. She's tried that interview. She tried 2 interviews that were pre-taped, pre-recorded, and they edited it, and she was still an idiot. You just don't go from an idiot to thinking you know what you're talking about overnight. Doesn't happen. And that's exactly what she did. All right, what do we at? We only got 2 more here. I'll let you guys go and get to work. Megyn Kelly just blew the lid off of ABC's new blatant pro-Kamala Harris bias during the presidential debate. Got videos on all this, guys. You'll want to tune in. And the last thing I've got going, and like I said, I'll probably add some stuff too, but this one's a good one. I love this one. Ohio sheriff asked for residents' addresses with Kamala Harris signs so he could send illegal immigrants to their home and say, you're taking them. You're supporting Kamala Harris, and so it means you're supporting the open bloodbath border crisis that she's caused, right? Take the people. Oh, yeah. And I think I have a video on that. Let me look here real quick on that. That's the last one here. Yep. I got a video on that too. We also go, and I do a question of the week, and we give stuff away. Sometimes I'll give these mugs back here. The one mug you see, that's my bobblehead. Check this out. Yeah, this is my bobblehead. Check this out. There we go. Don't you love it, guys? That's my bobblehead. And I've got mugs like this. I give travel mugs away. Sometimes T-shirt if you win more than once. I give T-shirts, stickers. I give you guys all kind of stuff. So, but you got to tune in to the show at night, the Conservative Viewpoint, weeknights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we have people from all over the country tunes in. But you got to tune in to the show because I ask a question related to the show. So you have to know what's going on in the show to be able to answer the question. So you'll want to tune in for that. We also do a Don't Get Dead Disaster Factor tip of the day with help with one of the people in one of the followers, a friend in Wimpkin. He gives his tip. I give my tip. And we do that. We do a Lefty Losing It from Sky News from our friends down under. We also put that in. I got all that together now. And I actually got all I got to do is make my advertisement today. I got my thumbnail made up. And the theme for tonight's show is the Democrats' blame game. And let me find it here real quick, and I'll let you guys go. Where are you at? Yep, the big Democrat blame game. If the Democrats are blaming you, means they're doing it. Check it out. You guys won't want to miss it. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Thank you for finding me after my power went out real quick. Tomorrow, I hope it goes better. I hope you guys have a great day today at work. If you're going to work or what you're going to do out and about today, I am going to go get rid of some electronics, an electronic recycling day today, and an old air conditioner, which I got to go get money out to pay for that. That sucks. They got to get like $50 or something like that to get rid of it. So, all right, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you tune in tonight. Don't forget to tune in to the Rebel Chicks. Here it is. Let me see if it'll come up before I close this out, because StreamYard, for some reason, gets screwed up and it won't come up. Come on. There it is. There we go. Don't forget to tune in tonight, 7 p.m., Rebel Chicks with the Cause. You guys will love it. It's a great show. Tune in for me tonight, Conservative Viewpoint, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys will have a blast. Get your voices out in chat, and I'll see you tonight. Have a good day, everyone.